Anyone who says curiosity kills the cat is a coward.
It's a moon face.
It looked like nothing human. It had a moon face.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
A series of mysterious coincidences leads 3 children, Mun Yee, Luna, and Nix, to become paranormal investigators. These are my casework. I dub them the Moonface Team. These are their chronicles. Halt! You know the rules. Don't ask questions. Don't come too close. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, etc., etc., etc. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Humphreys. Come on, time for an airing, eh? Oh, come on, Humphreys, where's the rest of you? You've got to pull yourself together! As I was saying... What was I saying? Many people share an emotional bond with their pets. That's no mystery. But does that bond go beyond the grave? You be the judge. As my Moonface team take on the case of the dead parrot talking.
Remember, we only have 1 hour to get back and I don't want to be late. They have Bubur Cha-Cha today.
Ew, Cholesterol City.
I wonder what kind of case the ghost is going to get us to solve.
I hope it's not scary.
Of course it's scary. Have you ever heard of a paranormal occurrence that's not scary? Duh.
Let's not argue. We have to work as a team. Remember, the more cases we solve, the more we'll find out about the Moonface mystery.
Once we find out, we're done with this mission, right? Because I tell you now, okay, I really, really don't like ghosts.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Ah!
Oh, no screaming.
She started it.
You scared me first.
I'm an avatar, a computer-generated effect. How scary can that be?
Very scary.
You're a coward.
I'm not. Not.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Yes, please stop arguing. We don't have much time.
Yes, we have much work to do. Let's begin.
Ew.
Yeah, ew, a dead parrot.
I'm not talking about some dead parrot. I'm talking about the box. It's covered in dust.
Oh, brother. If you want to be a paranormal investigator, you can't let a bit of dust stop you.
Quite right. The clues lie in the dust.
Oh.
Polly!
This happened in the 70s. There was a very ordinary old lady who had a very special bond with her pet. Polly, her pet parrot, was her pride and joy, her only companion, her best friend. In actual fact, Polly was her only family. As far as we know, the old lady had no one else. The two were inseparable.
The mother was so loved by her husband.
Weird.
Some people believe that parrots are actually humans in another life.
You mean silly people like you?
If the old lady had no friends or family, who took this photo?
Yes. Who indeed?
That's the real mystery.
Take note, Monique.
So, how did the parrot die?
That's part of the mystery too. One moment it was alive and well, And then,
Polly? Polly? Polly! Polly! Oh no, Polly! Polly!
after the parrot died, the old lady cried for many, many days. Then she decided to stuff it and turn it into a mummy.
Ew.
Not only you, that's the cause of all the problems, because that's when Polly came back to life.
Why did you leave me, Polly?
At first, the poor old lady didn't know what to do with the dead bird. She ordered a golden coffin for the bird. This was reported in the newspapers, but then she decided to turn it into a mummy.
But why?
Logical. The ancient Egyptians used to stuff their pets, keep them for the afterlife. It's called taxidermy.
Sort of like the ones at the museum. I don't like looking at them. They look dead and alive at the same time.
Yeah, very, very creepy. And many say that when the museum closes, they come to life.
And that's what happened.
And that nice lady came again. She said I should have a nice drink every night before going to bed. So, very tired now. Good night, Molly. I wish you can talk. Listen to your voice again. Nighty, nighty. Polly? 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 It's okay. I'm here. Sleep in peace. Nighty, nighty.
This strange event went on for many nights. Then one night, the weirdest thing happened.
Polly? Polly! I knew it! I knew it! You are alive! What is it, Polly? Come to Mommy. Come to Mommy. Polly! Please don't leave me! Don't leave me, Polly! Don't leave me again, Polly!
Poor Polly.
So what happened to the old lady?
She died soon after of a broken heart.
I think Polly didn't like being stuffed, so its ghost came back to kill her.
Well, that's for you to figure out, ghost or otherwise. Oh, here's some evidence we have gathered.
Stand back. Let me handle this the professional way. A feather. A mug. And a paper. That's it?
What do you want? A dead parrot to tell you everything?
This was from the newspaper, when she ordered the golden coffin, right before she decided to stuff her parrot.
These came from her house?
Yep. What was left of the house. By the time we got wind of the story, the old lady was long dead and the house was empty. This was all we could find.
Can we go to the house?
No way.
True, we can't leave the student care center, and it's time to go.
Take the evidence with you. No use leaving it here, gathering dust.
Hey, Nix, what's in the box?
Nothing your puny mind can handle.
Hey, give it back! Look, everybody,
Nick's puts his bird on his cup.
Very funny. Now give it back.
Oi! So noisy. Be quiet. Drink your hot chocolate. Finish your homework.
Hot chocolate? You said bubur cha-cha.
I changed my mind. You're all too excited already. Drink hot chocolate to calm down.
Hot cocoa is good.
You're always right, Nix.
I really don't like her. I think she has evil plans. Just you wait. One day she might make us work for her. And maybe that hot cocoa is drugged.
I wonder why these clues were left behind.
See this mug? Maybe the parrot in the picture is haunted.
Yeah, right. And maybe at midnight, the photo comes alive. And maybe this feather was left behind by the ghost parrot.
Don't let it touch me!
What happened?
Must be a cheap mug. Okay, usually they don't break up into so many tiny pieces.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I leave you to fix it up, but be careful, don't cut your hands.
It's very soft, like a biscuit. Strange. Green, yellow, red spot. Green, yellow, red spot. Blue stripe? This doesn't make sense.
Quite right. The clues lie in the dust.
Yes!
Why did you leave me, Molly?
The mug was the old lady's favorite because it had Polly's photo on it. And as the cook said,
What did I say? Well, what did I say?
you said to drink hot cocoa to calm yourself down?
Especially you kids and old people. No, where's Nix?
He didn't come today. He went to the library.
Without my permission?
He asked you and you said yes.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Let me check my permission slips.
How could you lie like that? It's for a good cause, and the trick is to bite your tongue so you look painfully serious. Like this.
Anyways, as I was saying, every night the old lady drank from the mug. A drink like hot cocoa to calm herself down. And there is something in the mug that makes her imagine things.
Why the mug? Why not the hot cocoa?
Because hot cocoa does not make you imagine things.
Maybe someone put something into the cocoa.
Also possible, which is why we have to ask Wu to help us test out what the mug is really made of. Green, yellow, red spot,
Green, yellow, red spot.
blue stripe.
No blue stripe. Ah, this is a different bird from the one in the photo.
How can you tell just by looking at the feathers?
Because every bird species has a different feather pattern. Ah, the chemical analysis is ready.
So, there were two parrots in the house.
If the feather didn't belong to Polly, then which parrot did it belong to? It's complicated.
It's a chemical analysis. The dust from the broken mug. It's kaolin, which is clay, and it's got sugar, and then...
Sugar?
Cool! A mug made of sugar?
Odd, isn't it? It's used to hide the bitter taste of yet another chemical, hallucinogen.
What's Hello Lucy no Jen?
It's a chemical that makes you imagine things.
Great, so I was right. It's not a normal mug.
Quite right. It's made from a sedating antihistamine. Only a little is needed to make you feel sleepy and start imagining things.
Interesting. So, when the old lady was drinking from the mug, she was also drinking the chemical.
Yep.
But why? Why would she want to make herself imagine things?
It was not her. It was somebody else. Someone made that mug especially for her. And that someone wanted her to still think that her parrot was alive.
But why would somebody want to do that to a poor old lady?
I don't think she was poor. If she could afford a golden coffin, then she should have been quite rich. Someone was after her money.
But who?
Who indeed? I went to the microfiche section of the library. That's where you get to read all old newspapers. And I checked out a small piece of information. Bingo. I was so excited. There was actually a friend. Someone who knew the old lady. I wanted to know more. Then suddenly, I felt a presence. I saw a shadow. I knew this person was watching me, so I decided to find out. Move once more and I'll scream for help.
Why were you reading that story?
What story?
Bird story.
What's it to you?
Concerns my wife.
Your wife is the old lady?
No, but she was a friend of the old lady's. She made use of the lonely old woman, pretending to be a friend. You see, my wife used to be a real estate agent. In the old days, when everyone was alive, my wife wanted to sell the old lady's house.
We already have a few interested buyers. This will fetch a very good price.
But the old lady said,
No, this is the perfect place for Polly and me. Polly? My best friend, my child, my only reason for living.
But surely you want to...
No, dear. I will not sell this house. We will not move out. Oh, would you like some hot cocoa?
my wife became very obsessed with selling the house, said we could retire rich. I don't know what she did, but I think she has something to do with the parrot's death. She came home with that newspaper article, all smiling and happy.
You mean she killed the parrot?
Quite possible. She was so obsessed with selling the house, she was capable of anything.
Even after the parrot died?
Especially after the parrot died. I even went to help. I went to the old lady's house and I tried to persuade her. This house is so big and empty.
Polly is happy here.
Polly is dead. See? This is a story about you. You ordered a coffin for Polly. See?
Polly is very, very happy. Now, would you like some hot cocoa?
Did you visit her before or after the bird came to life?
Bird came alive?
You didn't know about...
The bird was alive?
So they said.
What else do you know?
Nothing. I know nothing.
Why?
This is excellent!
Indeed, indeed. Now we have a motive. It's all fitting together.
What's going on?
While you were gone, we figured something else out. Like this mug. It's made of hallucinogens.
Hallucinogens.
A chemical that makes you imagine things.
I know what hallucinogens are. So it was the real estate agent that did it then.
Must be.
She had a motive. First, she killed the parrot. Then she went back to pretend she was the old lady's friend. She must have made the first cup of cocoa and told her to drink it every night.
You should drink it every night.
It's my favorite.
It will help you sleep better.
That's good. And that nice lady came again. She said I should have a nice drink every night before going to bed. So, very tired now. Good night, Polly.
And then the old lady went to sleep. The woman used a tape recording of the parrot talking and then finally let loose a real parrot in the house. And since the old lady was confused with the hallucinogen, she thought it was Polly, wanting to be free.
Polly? Polly! I knew it! I knew it! You are alive! What is it, Polly? Come,
that there are different parrots.
The patterns don't match.
I'm impressed. The agent must have wanted to force the old lady to sell the house. It was all about human greed, not about ghost parrots.
Wait, what happened to the agent in the end?
Oh, that's simple. The man told me that his wife went nuts. After the old woman died, no one wanted to buy the house.
But why?
Well, many people said that the spirits of the old woman and the parrot still haunt the place today.
Well, then it serves the agent right.
I wonder what our next case is.
Yes, those kids did brilliantly on their first case. They showed their ability, and they proved that the greed of human beings is sometimes more frightening than ghosts. Isn't that right, Humphreys? Too bad the rest of you is... At least you're still alive.
Catch this program plus many more on Mob TV.